y'all pussy wide, cause I been that bitch. What's up, guys?
Remember,
What's up?
it's your girl, Brittany. Oh, but I'm Camille. What's up, guys? It's your girl, Camille.
Carmen.
And we're back at it again with another freaking video.
So we're going to keep this quick. So let's get to it, baby. What's tea?
What the F is T, girl? Let us know.
First things first, I'm going to start with talking about our girl, Doechii. Like, how do y'all feel about her? Do y'all like her? Do y'all feel like she was shoved into our faces? Do you feel like she's an industry plant? Like, this is some of the chatter that is taking place. What do you think?
Girl, I'm honestly not too sure because I have a couple Doechii songs from years ago type thing, but honestly haven't been seeing her after those years. Like, I haven't really seen her, but now I've been seeing her on my TL and stuff, and I honestly feel like it's because she's come up in conversation that I've had on the phone type thing. You know, the phone's always listening, because I hadn't been seeing her before then, honestly. But now I'm seeing her like on my TikTok feed and on my Instagram feed and stuff. So I'm like, okay, but never really paid too much attention to her. Don't really know her story. Like, I heard a little bit from what I was told, but like, I don't really know too much.
Yeah, so I heard about Doechii a few years ago from my best friend Courtney. Y'all know him. And he kind of sent me like a few songs or two from her. She was like alternative rap, almost similar to a Nicki type vibe, where they had like the different personalities, change their voices around type thing. So I liked her style. I, of course, loved that she was dark skinned. I thought it was cool. Now, she's been making music for a minute, so I don't feel like she's an industry plant. However, I do feel like there has been like a major push on her. Not sure if it maybe the label got a bigger budget or what it could have been, but she is in our faces very much. And so she got the Grammy Award. I think we spoke about her getting the Grammy for Best Rap Album. This makes her the third female to do so. And then she received Doechii named Billboard's Woman of the Year. I think this makes her like the second rapper. She's like the second rapper to get that title. Like, Rihanna doesn't have it. I think Beyonce and Cardi B do, but like no Rihanna, no Nicki Minaj or anything like that. So she got that award. So people were kind of just like, okay, this is getting weird. And then she did an interview on Hot Ones, which is on YouTube, and she was saying that her biggest dating red flag is a straight man. Now, I get what she mean by this, because there's like some discourse on Twitter about straight men being like, oh my gosh, we be dating these straight men and they have just like these radical viewpoints, or like they hate black women, or blah, 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 blah. Like, it's kind of like a stereotype thing. Not necessarily saying we want a bisexual man, but like you kind of want a dude who's like, he's inviting, he's not homophobic, or he's not fat phobic. He just doesn't have any of those like harsh radical viewpoints, you know. So in my opinion, that's what I interpreted her saying, a straight man. But others are like, oh, see, I ain't getting down with that. Like, what's she doing? This, that agenda, they want us to be with the bi man, da da da. So a lot of people were
not the bi man.
And we talked about the bi men on here before, and a lot of your girls like the bi men, apparently. So, Camille, you told me that. You told me like 3 girls that you knew was talking about them bi men.
I can't remember. You know, Camille can't even remember what she ate yesterday, so I can't remember.
No, you told me there were some girls that you knew, and she was one of them. I know for a fact it was one. She was dating a bi man, and he changed her world. It was the best sex of her life, something like that.
I feel like this story is familiar. I just can't remember who it is.
No, yeah. I mean, I'm sure. I don't even remember who it is, because it could be a friend, it could be someone else, you know. But I just remember us talking about it on the podcast before, so I
think it was one of my clients.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but yeah.
I cannot remember though, honestly.
No, it was one of your clients.
Okay. I think I know which one too. Mess.
But yeah, so I mean, like, the girls do be with the bi men, but they don't be, you know,
with the bi men.
They don't parade it around. Right. But So I don't know. After she said that, it kind of got her some backlash. You know, a lot of men and Black women support her. So I feel like that's when all the negative comments about her started coming up about her being industry plant and XYZ. So anywho, that's Doechii. Y'all let us know how y'all feel about her and if you feel like she came out of the blue. Next up, we got Wendy Williams. Child, a few weeks ago, she was taken in by an ambulance after dropping a little note out the window saying that she needed help.
I thought she was about to say by an alien. Look, she did look like something from outer space. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She looks scary.
She's sick.
Girl, I know. She looks so scary. I was like, oh my gosh, she looks so pale. I'm like, what is going on, Wendy?
She needs help. So she dropped that note. So people were concerned, but she took a psych exam and she passed it. Apparently she's good, but she's trying to get out that conservatorship or whatever it is. You know, it is really dangerous with these celebrities being famous because they do not be in control of their money. Like I think she said that Wells Fargo, her label or whoever, management,
not her label,
whoever, somebody who is in control of her. They have access to her Wells Fargo account because remember it got depleted. We talked about that on the show before. They snatched the funds out her account. Kanye has talked about, you know, people snatching money out his account. So, child, I don't want to be in charge of my money. I don't know about that. I don't need y'all tapping my stuff. I don't even like where Apple come for their little chunk change. Tapping my account.
When did you get Twist?
Girl, we gonna talk about that in the clapback.
Okay, period.
Okay. So I said I was gonna talk about Wendy, Doechii. Oh, I wanted to talk about Tesla.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Tesla.
Huh?
I said Tesla.
Yeah, one, you Tesla drivers cannot drive. I saw a post that was like, every time you see an accident, 9 times out of 10, it got a Tesla involved. And you know what? I started paying attention. The Tesla drivers do drive terrible.
Oh.
It's almost like how they used to say about people with Prius. But, you know, y'all, I just got a little side eye going with Tesla because they had a post about Donald Trump basically parading around Tesla. You know, that's his buddy. I don't know what type of relationship that is. I don't know who doing what with who, right? But it's basically this post says President Trump buys a Tesla and says he would label Tesla vandalism. He would label Tesla vandalism as a domestic terrorist threat. Domestic terrorism if you vandalize a Tesla. They wrote this bad. But yes. And so he was prancing around his Tesla. Then out of nowhere, and mind you guys, the Tesla stock was going down. Then a few days ago, Miss Kimberly Kardashian was posted up with her robot on a spread, like doing a photo shoot with the robot. So, like, what's up with that? Like,
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it. Oh, I shouldn't have swiped out because all my stuff is queued up. But yeah, Kim has been making it known, but not known
She's a supporter.
Which is still okay. A white woman and her white privilege. For her. So yeah, this is oops. Oh, ew. Wait. Okay, here's her with her Cybertruck. So she got the Cybertruck and the robot.
Oh, not an old picture of Rob because he does not look like that anymore.
I guess it's his birthday.
Oh.
That's all I could figure her posting him for. But yeah, so she posted up doing that. And people on Twitter were like, oh, they had to go to the original influencer to try to say they stopped because it was hitting the ground. It was just plummeting.
Child, first of all, he was parading around the Teslers because he calls it a Tesla. He was parading them around on White House grounds, and apparently that's illegal. You're not supposed to do that. Yeah,
parading the Tesla around.
Yeah, like you're not supposed to advertise anything on White House grounds. So, yeah, I was talked to about that, but I'm so sick of him. Both
of them.
Yeah. Cause
yeah, and then Elon was being called out because he was coming for that black actress. Excuse me, I don't know her name and I don't have it handy right now, but she starred in The Bear and she did the voice of one of them people on Inside Out. She's a black girl and she got a big nomination or a big award. I can't remember if it's an Emmy, Tony, something. One of them acting ones, Oscar. I don't know. But there was a post on Twitter about Pirates of the Caribbean and Johnny Depp not being in it, which apparently he's not going to be in the next one.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that she was going to be the lead. And so, of course, everybody was in outrage. Well, first of all, everybody knows that Johnny Depp not going to be the star. So people are kind of like upset about that. Then this fake post on Twitter comes out and she is being announced as like the star. And so Elon responds and is like, this is crazy. Like Disney is going to trash, something like that. And it's like, sir, don't you run this app? Shouldn't you know that this is a fake article? So like it just opened the door for this girl getting attacked.
Oh.
And she was calling him out on Twitter, calling him all types of names. I think he ended up deleting it because like it was false information.
Mm-hmm.
And getting that girl threatened and all types of stuff. Like he's an idiot.
Yeah.
Right.
First of all, how you have Pirates of the Caribbean without Johnny Depp?
He ain't doing it.
I see, but I'm confused. Why would we sign off on this? You should have just let it end where it ended. But I don't even know how many Pirates of the Caribbean they have.
Me neither.
At this point.
I don't watch that.
But anywho, let's get into the 411 because my mother mouse sister done took over. Okay, so I don't have time for you to object right now. Okay, because we don't have 30 minutes. I said 5:55. So we have the teen track athlete that was accused of striking her opponent with a baton. She has been everywhere crying about how it was a mistake. I don't know if you guys saw it or what, but there was a young track star. She was running, and as you see her running, she started hitting the girl in the head with her baton. Now, I was told, well, no, I was not told. I watched the TikTok and I seen that the batons are light. So the fact that the girl that she hit got a concussion and a fractured skull is crazy. But they ended up charging her with assault and battery. And she's still, and her parents and her family are still running everybody down saying it was an accident,
No, it was not. You're on camera beating that girl up.
Literally. But the fact that she keeps saying it was an accident and she has not followed up with an apology, it kind of just goes to show like no accountability, and clearly it wasn't an accident. And I was talking to my coworker about it and I was like, I feel like she's done this before, but this is just the first time she got caught.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, because who just randomly does that? Like, I feel like she's done it before, but this is her first time getting caught. So, cry me a river, my sister.
That's crazy. I just can't believe she on this sympathy train.
Yeah.
You beat that girl and it's on camera.
Yeah, she definitely thought that everybody was going to be on her side, but they were not.
No, we are not, love.
Prayers to the girl that she beat the F up because sister got a fractured skull and a concussion.
And we done forgot about her. Nobody up on her.
I hope she could speak because why she ain't spoke out? Like, what? But anywho, next we have Target suffering nearly $1 billion in losses after our Black History Month boycotts and DEI rollbacks.
Good
job. Shout out to us for standing in solidarity and not going to shop at Target. Now, why am I giving him Dr. Pastor Jamal Bryant has the we're not laughing. You should have been in that store where that girl went in there asking people, why are you shopping here, sis? You would have been caught red-handed, and I know you still would have checked your card out. But anywho, I was about to say, Pastor Jamal Bryant has a 40-day, I don't want to give it the incorrect name, but basically, for 40 days, we're not shopping at Target. It started, I think, on March the 3rd, and it should be ending 40 days after. I'm not quite sure when that will be. But I feel like Target is really feeling it because I get a notification from them like almost every day, like trying to tell me about savings and rollback. Well, no, that's Walmart with the rollbacks, but savings and oh, you were looking at this. Come back and check on it type thing. Like sweets. I'm not shopping here. I got everything I need to get before the I don't want to call it the ban, but like before the boycott started. And yeah, I'll be back after them. But I was never really like a Target girly.
Me
So
neither. That's why I got my item. It didn't feel bad. I go to Target maybe once a year. This was my one.
I've been getting into going to Target. So
yes, you got corralled into that.
Oh, not corralled, child. But I rhymed. Yeah. But yeah, so I haven't been there. I don't plan on being there. I'm gonna get what I need to get elsewhere. Anywho, now it's time for the Messiest MFer. We did not pick a person.
Watch out, why I forget.
Yeah, I was gonna say something when we were talking about it before. Maybe Forever 21 for going bankrupt
again. Yeah.
Girl, I hope the sale is blowout because I have not been blown out by the sales that they've been having.
Don't nobody be having no real sale anymore these days. It's just BS.
When I was looking at the comments, I saw somebody was like, maybe if they stop making shirts that said Taco Tuesday and actually got with the times, like people would actually shop there. Now, granted, go ahead.
They might should take a book out of Pretty Little Things bag.
Girl, the app done changed and everything. I seen somebody saying like Pretty Little Thing is giving like Mormon clothing.
I like it. It's cute. I mean, like, we can't dress for the club every day. And who's even still going to the club? I foresee clubs being closed in the next couple of years because we ain't doing nothing in them anyway.
Girl, but getting drunk and fighting.
Nobody's dancing.
But yeah, talking about how someone was just telling me about how like they still see like people, I guess in a late 20s, early 30s, still clubbing, getting home at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, who is still out here doing it?
I'm tired.
Yeah.
We be up in the club. It'd be about midnight. I'm like, y'all ready to go? I'm tired.
Miss.
Let's go. I did want to add to the list too. Southwest taking away their free bag.
Oh yeah, they messy for that.
That's lame. What was my one luggage doing to you?
Child, I never flew Southwest, so I don't even know like what's tea with them.
I love that. Why are you sending me a post?
I was saving something
in the middle of our reporting.
Anywho, get into the topic, sister.
You get into the topic.
15 minutes. Let's go.
You started this.
Your topic.
This is our topic. We are a unit. Excuse me. We are a unit.
This is your pick, so you need to bring it in.
Sorry, I ate some kimchi. Okay. 8 boundaries people pleasers wish they knew sooner. So we're going to talk about power moves, 8 power moves to protect your energy.
Yes, ma'am.
So first, wait, how does it get started? Wait a minute.
Jesus.
We should have looked at this first. But basically, it's a little Instagram post. So it starts with, and shout out to Books for Aspirants.
Aspirants.
Oh, aspirants. Thank you. Because I'm like, what this say?
I thought you were saying astronauts.
It's all blended together. Anyway, so people treat you the way you allow them to is the quote. And I agree. The reason people walk all over you isn't because they are strong. It's because you haven't set the right boundaries yet. Child, I'm going to get into that when I get into my clapback too, because
you better hope we get to that point.
No, we're going to do it. Anyway, stop explaining yourself for every decision. So no is a full sentence. And my mama raised me on that. She was always like, just say no. But see, my issue is I be saying no. And then people be like, well, why? Or da, 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 or like, please, please, please. And I'm just like, didn't I say no?
Yeah, it's so funny because I feel like people know me at this point. People know me because on Saturday when I was with my line sisters, we were talking about going to brunch, like just us. But then we found out like there was another brunch and I didn't want to go to the brunch that they were talking about going to, because I didn't want to associate myself with the people that were there. So my one line sister was like, oh, why didn't you want to go? And I thought she was talking to me, and I was like, because I don't want to. Like, I don't want to go. Like, that's just that. And she was like, oh, girl, like, I'm not talking to you. I already know how you are. Like, I'm talking to her. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, everybody already know who I am. Like,
But
no,
why she asking the other girl? Why her no can't just stand?
because apparently they had prior conversation and they were supposed to be like holding each other accountable for stuff or whatever. But she was like, basically like, I already know how you get down. So we just gonna go here and see, like, why don't you want to go? And then she moved on to the next person and was like, and why don't you want to go? And I was like, I'm not going. I'll be going home.
But that's my issue. Like, if I said no, why can it just not be no?
I guess because of the specific conversation, they were supposed to be, like I said, holding each other accountable.
No, not with that situation.
Oh, okay.
In general, like, why when somebody says no, why can't we just respect that and leave it there? Like, ain't this, what is it in the sexual encounter? No means no. So damn it, no means no in every scenario.
Girl, I feel like people at this point are entitled to explanations. So that's why, like, they feel entitled.
Oh, okay. Thank
Not
you.
like they are entitled. My bad. I'm sorry, I misspoke. I feel as though people feel like they're entitled to explanations, and they feel like no just isn't a complete sentence. Like, they have to understand or they have to know why. And 9 times out of 10, I feel like it's just people trying to challenge you or being nosy.
Definitely the nosy part, because like I really had told myself like this year I was gonna be doing the no thing, and so I'd be saying no, but then it's becoming like a back and forth, and I'm just like, what the F is going on here? Like,
have you explained to people like that's what you're doing now? Like, when I say no, I mean no, and that's just that.
I feel like everybody has gotten used to me not standing on business,
and that's the problem,
right? So now with that I'm standing on business, why are you challenging me? If I switch my tone up from what I used to do to what I'm on now, you gotta just accept that for what it is.
Right. But if they're used to you not standing on business, you kind of have to like give a preface like, okay, I'm going to be standing on business now. So when I say this, I mean this. Don't ask me no further questions. You can't just be a yes man and then all of a sudden you start saying no. Everybody gonna be like, what you mean no? You typically say yes.
And I'm saying no today. So just know something is off with me. I'm upset.
Like my
Don't
professional
push me.
Oh, put the guns down. My professional advice is to preface people. Just let them, you should have said something at the beginning of the year. If that's when you started or whenever you started, you should have just specified, hey guys, like I know typically I am a yes man, but this year I'm really working on my boundaries and saying no. So when I say no, do not challenge me. This is what it is going to be. And if you say no and then they challenge you or ask you further questions, refer back to the initial conversation we had at the beginning of the year. Didn't I tell you that I was going to be standing firm in my boundaries?
Okay.
See, the strict friend coming out again.
Oh, shut up. Because just last week, you couldn't tell us jack diddly squat.
Well, guess what? People don't challenge me.
You didn't tell us anything last week.
Girl, because I said it's in you, not on you. But when I was talking to my man, he told me that I should have explained it a different type of way. And he told me how to explain it. But like I said, I can't even remember what I ate yesterday. So I don't remember what the explanation was.
Thank you, man, because I'm glad it's not just me who was like, he ain't tell us how to stand on no business.
Yeah, he definitely was like, you did not explain properly. And I was like, I mean, I didn't know how to. And then we had the conversation. I was like, oh, okay. So he's always telling me, like, you need to go back and update them. But by the time we come and record, I forgot what happened or what was said.
So you need to just have a running list.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have a conversation with him after.
Okay.
Well, way after.
Oh, okay.
Let's hope I remember about it.
Anywho, her mind. But yeah, so basically the post wrapped up that thing about stop explaining yourself. Mm-hmm. It said, instead of saying I can't make it because I'm busy, just say I won't be able to. If somebody says why not, simply repeat, I have other priorities. Mm-hmm. So confident people don't explain themselves. They set standards. Excuse me. So the next up, we got stop accepting one-sided relationships. your body speaks before you do. If you're always the one reaching out, stop. If someone only calls when they need something, stop answering. If they don't match your effort, don't lower your standards, raise them.
Yeah. Retweet.
And so it says, oh, you going?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I had a friend that's been acting real funny lately, and like I've been making comments about like us not talking on the phone anymore. And after a while, I was like, okay, like I've said something multiple times, and you're like, we're still not talking. So like, I'm gonna stop saying something because clearly you don't care, and like it's given one sided. So I was like, I'm gonna just stop saying something.
See, but I appreciate that you say something because that's how my thing, like for me, for example, I feel like I get so busy, wrapped up all over the place, like whether it's work or friendships or like my extracurriculums. I know or even friends, I know I'm not being able to be there for everybody. So I'm like, if somebody feel away, they really got to tell me, like, at least give me the warning, like, okay, I ain't heard from you. I feel a type of way, da da da. Because 9 times out of 10, I don't know. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do better. So I feel like you gave the person the hint. They should be trying to do better.
Yeah, and it's so crazy because that same person, like, it's been multiple things, and I've said something, and like what I've said wasn't really acknowledged or whatever. Yeah, so it's like, okay, like,
that's an answer.
Note, huh?
That's an answer.
Yeah, mental note, like, okay, I brought this up, and when it was brought up, like, nothing was really said. Conversation kind of just pushed forward into a different topic or whatever. So it was a mental note, like, okay, it is what it is at this point.
And that's what the thing is say. Ask yourself, if I stop trying, would this person still be in my life? If the answer is no, let them go.
Period. Yeah, I've been trying to reach out to people. Like I told myself at the beginning of the year, like each Sunday I was going to be reaching out to a different friend, letting them know, like, you know, I'm here for conversation. I want to, you know, continue building our relationship and stuff like that. And like the past, probably because the week starts on Sunday. So the past month, I feel like, or like maybe the past 3 or 4 Sundays, I've been slacking. Like I've been forgetting, and then I remember, and then I was still not doing it. And it was kind of just like I was beating myself up about it a little bit. But I was like, girl, these people didn't even think to reach out to you. So like it is what it is. It wasn't like they were expecting a message from you or anything like that. So like if you missed it this week, try again next week.
But it's your personal goal, so I get why you're beating yourself up. But I'm glad that you shifted your mindset. I'm like, well, really?
They're reaching out to me. Exactly.
Yeah, facts. Okay, so next up, we got don't be too available. Guilty. So many people have told me about that. So being too accessible makes people take you for granted. People respect what they have to earn. If you're always free, people won't value your time. If they know you'll always say yes, they won't respect your boundaries. If they know, oh, well, yeah. Okay, there we go. And then it says, try this. Start responding on your time.
She already does.
Delay replies. Don't always pick up the call immediately. Your time is valuable, so act like it.
Period. I think we should do 4 today and then 4 the next episode because it is 5:50. Okay. And I'm sure you have a mouthful for your clapback. But yes.
Okay, so that was 4, right? Yeah.
Yeah. That was 4. That's why I said it right there.
Okay.
But
huh? I said, okay, this is part 1.
Yeah, part 1 of get yourself together. But yeah, don't be too available. I feel like I am guilty of that with certain people.
Really?
Yeah, like for example, every Monday, just about, I was going out to eat with one of my friends, like spur of the moment, like you know, the same day type thing, like just okay, just like okay. You available for pho? Let's go get some pho, girl. Like, and I'm like, okay, cool, like her. But I do need to, well, I don't feel like I'm too available, but I feel like that's too available, yeah.
And you don't feel like it's a problem. Like for me, my main thing is like I don't mind it. Like, for example, if we're doing pho all the time, whatever, like, or whatever, every Monday, we might spur of the moment go somewhere. that's cool. But if there is a Monday where I cannot make it, don't act entitled to my presence. Like that's my issue was coming about, and that's what they kind of touched on. Like you saying yes all the time, when you finally try to establish a boundary, it's like, girl, please, and they like scoot the boundary, which goes back to the, I said no, or it is what it is, because I don't want to do that, because I don't feel like it. Like I don't know. I just feel like people should just respect that more, because I know when people tell me no, I don't want to do it, I've just gone to the place where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna respect that. Like, I don't know how this person is doing mentally. I mean, I would hope, but like, I don't know what they got going on mentally. I don't know their financial situation. I don't know what it could be. But if I ask them, they say no, I might be like, depending on what we're doing, I might be like, oh, well, like, what's going on? Like, is everything okay? Especially like how they respond. If they respond back kind of like, no, and like, no, I can't do it because like I can't afford it, then that's when I'm like, okay, I'm prompted to kind of be like, oh, well, like I can pay for it. Or, oh, like, is everything okay? Like, what's going on? But I'm not gonna be like, well, why? Like, you should come, you should do that. I'm just be like, okay, period. It's like what we're doing is not going to vanish into thin air. Like we could do it the week after that. We could do it next month.
Yeah.
So, anywho, well, that was cute. We'll have more time in part 2, y'all.
Yeah, we will. Sorry, guys.
I mean, this is going up tomorrow. So, period. Clap back.
Girl, who you clapping back at?
Yes, this time I'm ready to go first. Are y'all ready for a reveal?
Please hurry up. Okay.
No.
Beauty.
Wait, are you saying okay like it's cute, or okay as in you're unsure?
Okay, like I don't like that.
Okay. So basically, so this is my story time. So, I go to the Africans to get my hair done because I don't like to prep. I don't like booking in advance. I just like to show up and walk in and get what I need done. So before I was getting knotless braids, I feel like, we all do knotless braids. So I was like, well, let me do twists, because right now with swimming, I need hairstyles that lock in moisture so my hair can get moisturized, because it is just really dry, really brittle, especially after I dyed it 2-3 years ago. Like I chopped it off and it's still just not back to the soft texture that it once was. So I said, okay, let me do twists. However, I did not realize Senegalese twists were knotted. Like I did not realize that. And so when I was looking on Pinterest for Senegalese twists, they were all doing knotless into Senegalese, but I did not know, because like I said, all I looked up was Senegalese twist and they were just doing it. Child, they doing my hair. Y'all know I'm blind, so like I don't have my glasses on. So we getting kind of towards the front or whatever, and I can kind of look more. So I look, I'm like, oh my gosh, what is happening on my head? So I'm over here texting one of my homegirls, Anna, and I'm like, girl, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. And she's like, encouraging me. She's like, you should speak up. You're paying for it. You're gonna have to deal with it. Like the world doesn't revolve around you. Remember, tomorrow they probably won't even remember you. XYZ. So I'm like, okay, she right about that. Like, let me just speak up. And I do want to know, maybe we could talk about this another time, but like, why is it so nerve-wracking to speak up for yourself in the hair setting or nail setting or whatever? Like, why is it, some type of vibe there? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like the people providing the service get entitled to feeling like they can do whatever they want, where it's like, no, bitch, I'm paying you. Yeah. So, the ladies are doing my hair, so I speak up and I'm like, is it possible that we could do knotless on the front? Because like I wasn't expecting that. And so of course everybody in the shop is like, what's going on? What? I'm like, oh.
And I hate that that's how it is with the Africans. Like they always take it as some sort of confrontation.
It blew up. I was like, oh my gosh, I should have sat here and stayed quiet.
Girl, that's how it was when they effed up my hair a couple months ago.
Oh, I didn't hear about this.
Yes, you did. When I showed y'all the picture of the front of my head looking crazy.
Months ago?
Yes, like August.
Okay, I don't remember this. I'm like, wait. But anywho, so yeah, so I'm like, well, can we just do frontless? No, she was like, so you want her to take? So she was like, you want her to take down the side? Because right now all she did was like this side, but there was still a little bit left for like this front and then the next portion right here. So I didn't think it was too big of an ass to just redo this part. And the girl was nowhere to be found anyway. My hair wasn't being touched. The back was just being trimmed with scissors. So I was like, can we just redo the front? She's like, absolutely not. Da, 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 da. And I was like, oh, okay. So then I was like, well, can we do like the front 3 rows knotless then? And she was like, I don't know. She'll do it. She'll do it. So I'm like, okay, I'm thinking she gonna do it. So I was just like, I'm gonna be quiet the rest of the time. But then she was dipping my hair, and the last time I went and they dipped my hair, they didn't dip it high enough, so like it was still kind of like stiff. So I was like, well, can we dip it higher? And so then here come the owner back jumping. What's going on? What? I was like, I just want it dipped higher. And then it was like, oh yeah, we're gonna do it, even though they did not dip my hair higher. So when I get out of the chair and I put my glasses back on and I look, I'm like, this lady has done nothing knotless. Like the rest of it is still roped up, knotted up. So I was just like, you know what? Here's the money. I ain't got nothing to say, and I will not be back. I don't know what type of thing the lady has done to me, which I'm not gonna say she did anything to me, but like she was mugging me extra hard in the mirror. Like whenever I would speak, she was looking like really disgusted, and they had me sign up in this book. I don't know, my Lord Jesus Christ got me, but I just was not feeling that. I wasn't feeling that at all, so I won't be back.
Yeah.
And now I got my hat on, and hopefully they grow out and look cuter.
Look, and now I got 2 minutes to speak.
Girl,
I'm clapping back at my coworker because everybody know I don't come into work on Mondays, and she emailed me Mondays. I think it was after hours, telling me I had to do a 3:30 assessment, knowing on 4 people, knowing that I get off at 4:00. So that made me upset because I knew I had something to do after work, and I had to stop and get gas. So I was just like, oh my gosh, like I'm just getting just getting home in time. Like I got home at 4:55. But anywho, that's my clapback.
You couldn't split that with somebody else?
No. And my thing is, if you know I don't come in on Monday, why didn't you just do it when you took the call on Monday? Right. Like, why would you wait a whole day for me to come back just to say, call them 30 minutes before you leave, and it's a family of 4?
Yeah.
But common sense ain't so common.
Not at all.
But that's my clapback, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed our episode about enforcing boundaries yet again. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on Instagram, on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. The Clapback's page is the theclapbackcc. My Instagram is Camille_loves. Carmen's is car.xo. Follow us on TikTok at the clapbackcc. Send us an email at theclapbackcc@gmail.com. If you fill out the Google form, be sure to let us know so that you can be on the show. And that is it for the week, guys. Bye.